Nintendo job listing could be huge news for Switch Online subscribers. This again is one of those things that's really scared everybody ever, because obviously at some point in the future, hopefully soon, in the not too distant future, we will get a new Nintendo console because the Switch is old. The Switch is old. Its hardware is even older, and it's time. I'd say beyond time. But the scary thing is that Nintendo does this stupid thing where they create a new online platform for every single new console they come out with. And it ultimately is just a real big pain in the butt for everybody instead of them just having one comprehensive online platform where all of your Nintendo stuff is always kept and you can connect any of your platforms to get any of the content that you need for any of your Nintendo consoles that you've ever had. Yeah. Like we just saw with 3DS store, the Wii U store, they both just shut down. There's no need in it. All they needed to do is they just need to quit calling this Switch Online. It needs to be called Nintendo Online. That's all it needs to be moving forward. They need to quit doing this. It shouldn't have even been this time. It just needs to be Nintendo Online, and they need to have all of their eShop products there. That's what the 3DS eShop and the Wii U eShop, all that stuff should have just been migrated over here, and it should have just been called Nintendo Online. That way, any console you have, whether it's the Wii or a DS or a Wii U or what, it doesn't matter, dude. You should just be able to connect those. You can go access Nintendo Online and grab whatever content you need. But Nintendo's always been terrible like this. So do I, Mithril. The Wii was a dope console, dude. We still got Wii. We still play it from time to time. Yeah, fair. I mean, I've talked about that a lot too. I mean, they're not the only ones that make that play. This is a play for consoles. Look, ugh, god dang, dude. Whether you want to look at it as the console space is gross, it's really really scummy. It's all a ploy to make consumers double, triple, quadruple dip, whatever. Whether it be buying the game that if you already own the game in some capacity, digital or physical. They want you to buy it again. Or they want you to buy a subscription service that has that game on it so you can play it again on another platform that they own. Whatever. There's all kinds of different ways in which they play into this really, really scummy mechanic of trying to get people to double dip, triple dip, buying the same games over and over and over, buying into subscription services to access the same titles they've already owned before or still own, but you just can't play on specific consoles because, why should you be able to, right? It's gross. They've been setting themselves up to do this for a long time. And again, this is why I don't do console anymore. It's disgusting. It's really, really gross. Yeah, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand that. Look, and one of the things I'll say about GOG is GOG is a platform that I promote often because it's DRM free. And if people don't know what that means, it's a situation where you don't. DRM is like, I'm not going to get too technical about it. If you have a Steam account and you want to play, I'm just going to give you a contrasting idea of what makes GOG good. They are promoted as a DRM free platform. Why that's nice is because for those of you that don't know, if you have like a single player game on GOG that doesn't require any kind of online functionality, right? Like multiplayer or anything like that, you've already got that game downloaded and installed. You do not have to connect to GOG servers to play that game. If it's downloaded, you own it, it's downloaded and installed already, you don't have to have internet to play that game. You can boot it up, play it, run it at anytime you want. You don't have to connect to GOG servers to play that game. That is not the way most platforms work nowadays. So take Steam or like Epic, for example. Even if you own the game and it's a single player game that doesn't require any kind of online functionality, you're going to download that game, you're going to install that game. But if you can't connect to the internet, you're going to have a really tough time running that game because you can't connect to their servers because they have DRM. It's basically an anti-piracy kind of thing, right? The new Steam beta update? No, dude, no, I'm not running it. We've read about it. Yes. What's up, Pinky? Did you see what I sent you in Discord? So that's one of the things that's so good about GOG. They're one of the last platforms that really does this kind of thing. The DRM free stuff, and a lot of people go, well, I've always got connectivity, so what do I care? Well, not everybody out there always has connectivity or has good connectivity, So, and to be fair, having an amount of a library on a platform that is DRM free just in case as something happens, and I don't know, maybe your flipping fiber line gets cut accidentally when they're out there working on the water lines or gas lines or something at some point, and you're without internet for a couple of days, but you had a couple of games already downloaded and installed on GOG, you'll be able to play those games, So I don't know. Oh, really, Ferret? Yeah. Seeing the link not loading, very cool. 10 out of 10. All right, dude. All right. So look, I mean, Nintendo already kind of came out and was telling everybody to not be worried. We're not going to make everybody switch over to a new platform for a new console. But I mean, they always have made everybody. So I think there's still a lot of worry, even with the Nintendo trying to alleviate concerns here, right? But apparently there's a job listing. A new Nintendo job listing suggests the next Nintendo console could be more similar to the Switch than different, and that Switch Online will continue its journey through time and Nintendo consoles rather than start back over at NES. Job listing is for specifically Nintendo European Research and Development, also known as NERD. Sick. An internal group that largely works on software-related things, including emulation. In the job listing, it's noted the goal will be to aim for and go beyond state-of-the-art solutions in these fields, targeting current and next-gen Nintendo platforms. What is also mentioned is cross-platform development. This job listing, combined with the context, may very well be evidence that Nintendo is planning to carry over its progress made with Switch Online, rather than start fresh and go back to the beginning of the drip feed like they always do. You may ask why they would do the latter in the first place, but it's something they've done more than once at this point. In other words, there's plenty of precedence to suggest this could happen. Again, it's exactly why people are so scared of a new console for Nintendo, even though it's needed. It would be great news for Switch Online subscribers to carry over their NES, SNES, Sega Genesis, Game Boy 64 games to the next Nintendo console. Not only to maintain access to various classics, but to get closer to getting to GameCube and other Nintendo platforms that have not been reached yet. That said, this job listing does not confirm anything. It seems to hint that the Switch and the next Nintendo console will be compatible in a major way, and that Switch Online will continue its progress, but it does not confirm these things. How about this? Let's take it a step further. Nintendo. How about this? How about you get to a point where if somebody buys Mario Kart 8, on Switch, or they had it on Wii U, right? They own it on any platform that ever comes out afterwards. Wow. Because they've already bought it. Because they already own it on Nintendo. Or how about anybody that buys Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo, on Switch will own it on any console that comes out afterwards that it's playable on, that you guys make it playable on, because they already own it. How about that? How about working on that? You know? What a novel idea to let people play the games they already own on the platform that they bought it on, instead of scumming them out and making them buy games 2 and 3 and 4 times again, making people double and triple dip because you're greedy buttholes. How about that, Nintendo? Work on that. Mm. Sounds like less money for them. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, what I'm talking about should be illegal. To have to make people pay again for something they already bought from you, not giving people access to play the games they already own because you're making a newer platform on newer, not giving people access to the games they are, that should be illegal, in my opinion. Nobody should have to pay twice for a game they already own. And this is one of the big reasons why, like, I'm so heavy into PC gaming nowadays, as opposed to where traditionally, especially, whenever I was younger, I did a lot of PC gaming and console gaming. I don't have to worry about that on PC, you know? So all my PC games are always going to be mine, and I can play them on any PC that I ever make moving forward. You know, I don't have to worry about another version of PC coming out and my games that I own right now not working on that version of PC, Yeah, there've been compatibility issues, but that's a kind of a different thing, right? That's like a technology evolution kind of thing. Um, but most platforms do a really good job of making sure the games remain compatible as we move forward with technology. And that's really where a lot of the console players, they go, we don't want to do that. You're just going to have to buy it again.